Hi. You don't know me, but my name's Alissa, and I am here to talk to you about your pelvic floor, or how I like to often refer to it, your undercarriage. I think it sounds a little more fun, a little less clinical. And something I want you to know today from this video is that your pelvic floor is a set of voluntary muscles. Yeah, voluntary muscles. So remember learning voluntary versus involuntary muscles? I think that was high school or middle school or something. I don't know, it was a while ago. Like your heart is an involuntary muscle, right? We don't have to tell our heart to beat, it just happens. Your diaphragm, which makes you breathe, is also an involuntary muscle, but your bicep, a voluntary muscle, right? It's not gonna flex unless we send the impulse to grab something, lift something. Your pelvic floor is also a voluntary group of muscles. You can flex and release, both of which are super important, these muscles at your discretion. So, okay, we don't talk about our pelvic floors a lot, right? And when we do, if there's an issue, we're told to do a Kegel. But I hear this all the time from my clients, but I don't know if I'm doing it right. And it's just confusing. We're told to flex the muscles like you're stopping the flow of urine. And to test it, that while you're going to the bathroom, to stop the flow of urine to make sure you find the right muscles and then continue going. One tip, don't let this be your exercise. You don't want to train your body to not eliminate efficiently, but that's a good way to identify the muscles. But so, riddle me this. What if your problem isn't you've had a baby and you sneeze? When you sneeze, you pee, or when you jump, you pee, or when you laugh, you pee. What if the problem is more the other end? That when you have to have a bowel movement, you have a half a second between realizing you have to go between when you are pooping, right? What if the problem is that end, right? How is squeezing the muscles that make you stop peeing gonna help you stop pooping? This is where I come in to teach you that there are more muscles than you thought, right? There's more happening in your undercarriage than you know. So, even more than that, can you believe it gets more exciting? You can really articulate all of these muscles, front, middle, back, side to side. So today, what I want to challenge you to do is explore the articulation of your pelvic floor. So, well, I'll do it. As you exhale, I want you to squeeze your urethral sphincter. That's the name of the muscle that stops the flow of urine. And then release it. Okay, now moving on your next exhale, squeeze the muscles of your vaginal opening. If you're a man, you can skip this one because you don't have a vagina. And then release it. Now, squeeze the muscles of the anal sphincter like you are in an elevator with one other person and have to fart and are trying to hold it in. Right? That's all the way in the back. You can feel that's different muscles. You don't want to squeeze so hard that your glutes and your butt totally engage. Do that one more time. Squeeze the anal sphincter in. You can't talk about it and not do it, right? I mean, as soon as someone mentions Kegels, everybody's doing them, right? So you're lifting in the back and then release. So now lift the place between the vaginal opening and the anal sphincter. That's your perineum. Some people call it their taint. I've heard it called a tweener. I believe that's a British thing. You can let me know if you have some other fun slang names for it, and then release that. And then do that again. As you exhale, lift the perineum, the space between the vaginal opening and the anal sphincter, and then release. Now here's where the fun comes in. On your next exhale, just lift the right side of the perineum. So that's sort of inside a line, sort of alongside your sit bone. Yep, and release it. And now lift the left side. Crazy, right? Did you have any idea? So now the challenge that I leave you with, should you choose to accept it, is to grab a hand mirror and repeat these exercises, working from front to back, squeezing the urethral sphincter, the vaginal opening. I think it's helpful to then skip to the anal sphincter and then do the space in the middle, just so you know exactly what you're working, and then right and left with the hand mirror. Because as I said, it's a voluntary muscle. And just like when you flex your bicep, you can see the definition of the muscle engaging, you can see the activity, you can see the same thing on your pelvic floor. Mind blown. Stay tuned for what's coming in the next video.